Okay, we're running out to run a couple of errands, but one of the ones that we're actually going to do today is we're going to go look at paint colors and hopefully start narrowing down what colors we want to do in the new place. We're thinking like a gray color in the bedroom. However, I'm not against like a sagey green either. And then we're doing white, I think, mostly for the rest of the place. I don't really remember the color in the bathroom. It's like kind of escaping my brain, so I'm not really sure, but we kind of have to get in there to see the situation with the bathroom because we're trying to decide what we want to do. Like, we're looking at like kind of a like peachy earth tone kind of situation based on what we remember about the tile, but I don't remember what color it's painted. So we'll figure that out, and then we might do a beige in there, we might do like a peachy color in there, we might do white if we think it'll work, but we just want everything to be like fairly earthy and whatever in the bathroom. So I'm excited to go do that. It's like kind of, I mean, we went furniture looking a couple weeks ago, but this will be exciting because we're going to literally be painting next weekend, so this is exciting for us. Okay, it is Friday, October 1st, and we are just waiting to pick up the keys for our new apartment. We're really excited. We're gonna go in, we're gonna do some measuring of stuff. We brought Groot with us, and she's going to take a little tour of the new place. And then this weekend we're painting, so we're gonna figure out what we need to buy to set up for painting. We already have the paint. We need to get like drop cloths and rollers and all that kind of stuff, and painter's tape so that we can make sure that it's all clean and well done. But we're very excited. Very, very excited. I've like not really been thinking about it all day because I knew it would distract me too much at work if I thought about it. So I just kind of just allowed myself to get excited. So yeah, we're gonna go in and see what's up. Meeting our landlord in a minute, picking up the keys and taking a little tour with him. So yay. Okay, we just walked around, took some measurements, and we are headed out from the new place now. It was very exciting to see it and to see it like fully empty and everything and start to think about how things are going to come together, because I'd kind of blocked out this place when we first saw it. There's some spots that I kind of forgot about and things that we have to like consider now that I hadn't thought about before, so that will be interesting and kind of like planning in what order we want to do things because we won't be able to do everything at the same time, but our major projects, I know we're gonna be good to go on and like are gonna work out. So that was reassuring. And we brought the puppy with us to take a little walk around. Camera shy right now, I guess. And yeah, it's all very exciting. And however, walking around and seeing how big it is, I'm realizing how much of a paint job we have to do this weekend, So it is Saturday, October 2nd, and Griffin and I are gonna head to the new place to start prepping to paint and then paint. I feel like Griffin's really optimistic that we're gonna start painting today, but I don't think it's gonna happen till tomorrow. Like, I have to wash down the walls, we have to fill in any of the holes in the walls and pull out all the nails and screws and stuff, and like sand those spots down after we fill them. So I don't think that we're gonna start painting today. And obviously we have to tape too. So I feel like today is gonna be a clean the walls, fill the holes and tape kind of day. And then like tomorrow we'll go in and paint all day. We got a late start today just because, I don't know, we were kind of tired. So we just allowed ourselves to sleep in on a Saturday morning and then bummed around. So it's about 12:30 at the moment. We have to go to Canadian Tire to buy a bunch of supplies. And then we're gonna grab a coffee because I haven't had a coffee yet at 12:30, and then we're gonna go to the new place and start getting stuff done. I think generally like we will do better like kind of afternoon evening kind of thing, so it'll be good for us, and I think we'll be there kind of late tonight, but that's okay, and we'll go home and have dinner and let the dog out and all that kind of stuff. We're leaving her at home just because I think it would be too chaotic to have her there while we're trying to paint and everything, and I think that she would get anxious because obviously there's no furniture or anything, and it's like really new to her still, so I just don't think it would be worth it. Okay, we just got the majority of our painting supplies. You can see some of it in the back there at Canadian Tire, and then we had a brief stop at Home Hardware because we got the frog tape, painter's tape, because Griffin's mom says it's the best one, and they don't have it at Canadian Tire, so we went to Home Hardware as well, and it's like a little pricey, but like apparently it's really, really good, so I think it'll be worth it, and like much cleaner lines and everything, so that'll be really nice. And then we're just stopping at Starbucks for a little coffee, and then we're headed to the new place. It's like 2 o'clock now, so it's a little late, but we're gonna get done all the things we have to get done today, for sure. So here's the current stitch. We're just going around and kind of conquering it one room at a time. So Griffin's going through and removing all the nails and screws and random drywall anchors that are in the wall. This is something, if you've ever rented or bought a house that's older, you know that there's usually just like a buildup of these things, like in all the walls and whatnot. So there's just like a stupid amount because people just drill and nail things wherever they want to. And I know that there's gonna be some of those in our current apartment, but not nearly as many as there are here. I think that for the most part, like the people who have rented here have not really cared about that necessarily, and like they just paint over it or don't paint at all or whatever. But we're trying to like have a blank canvas to start with. So anyways, Griffin's removing all of those, then I'm going through and I'm washing all the baseboards and the walls, and then we are going to patch all the holes, and then we're going to tape for painting. So it's going smoothly so far. It's always like a bigger job than you expect it to be, but that's okay. We are going strong and still have coffee going, so that'll be good. But I wanted to share with you guys, I'm doing the wall washing recipe from Go Clean Co. Honestly, most of the cleaning things I do in general, but especially for moving, are going to be from their account. It's a Canadian company and they're really amazing. They blew up a lot during quarantine, and a lot of people wanting to clean all of their spaces really intensely and get into cleaning more and all that kind of stuff. So I'm using her recipe for wall washing. It's super simple. It's literally super hot water, powdered Tide, which they use powdered Tide for like almost everything. So if you want to Go Clean Co, you have to get powdered Tide, and then some bleach as well. Bleach should not affect the color of your walls. Not that I really care right now anyways, because we're painting obviously. But if your paint is good quality, you don't have to worry about bleach ruining your walls. And then I have this Violeta Easy Ring mop that's got this like little pedal on it, and a basket that wrings it out and whatever. And then this is the actual thing. And I've just been using that on the walls. It just kind of covers a bigger space. In her story highlight, she says to use like a microfiber cloth, but that would take so long. So I'm using the microfiber cloth for the baseboards and then using the mop for the walls. But that's what we've been doing so far, and I'll update you if anything changes. Just listening to the Shang-Chi soundtrack while I'm working, and now I actually get to go into a room where Griffin is, so that'll be nice. I'm also wearing giant gloves so I don't wreck my hands. This is something that, I mean, a lot of people have talked about, but my sister said specifically like for her nails, the thing that's helped her the most with keeping her nails healthy is wearing gloves when doing dishes and any cleaning. So I invested in some nice ones today from Canadian Tire, and I think I'm gonna keep wearing these for like any kind of cleaning or whatever, because I want my nails to stay nice. So let's hop to it. Going to the living room now, and we are going to start cleaning the walls and the trim in there. I'm cleaning the trim right now, and there's this like line, I think it's for the buzzer. It might be a phone line that's in these older homes, but it goes right along the trim, and it leaves this like awkward space on the trim to get behind that's all dirty and gross. And I was trying to use like my regular microfiber cloth, but then I remembered to use the grout and tile brush because it's skinny and it just gets right in there. Give me 1 second, I'll show you guys. So you just wet it in that same powdered Tide and bleach formula, and then you can just scrub in behind there, and you get it right behind where that like covered wire is. And then I just wipe it with a dry microfiber towel to get all of that gunk out of there once it's lifted with the tiny little brush. So if you've got little corners and stuff like that when you're cleaning, you can use a brush as well. Even though it's like grout and tile, it's mostly just like a small spaces brush. So I'm gonna use that everywhere where there's this line against the wall. We're just taking a quick, well, I'm taking a quick break, running back to the old apartment, taking Groot for a little walk because she's been alone for a few hours now, so I need to take her outside, need to feed her dinner, take her for a little walk so I can come back and we can keep working. Hopefully we'll be able to power through this last little bit because I would like for everything to be like prepped and taped and everything for tomorrow so that when we come tomorrow, it's like paint, 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 paint all day and then it's done. We'll see. I'm not quite sure at this point if we'll be able to get the tape up this evening. Because we have to like spackle all the holes closed and I don't know how long that takes to dry. So we'll see, but I think it's all going well. It's just that we should have started earlier today, but I'm not sad that we slept in. Like that felt really nice and it was needed. Like after I was ill a couple times this week and whatever, and like up for several hours in the night, like I needed a good sleep. So anywho, things are going smoothly. It's always kind of difficult with like reno stuff and whatever. Like I feel like tensions are high because everyone's like frustrated and whatever. Griffin and I are really good at like having good open communication and stuff, but like, I don't know, you can just like tell when you're stressed and your partner's stressed. So it's just kind of difficult. And like there was more screws in the wall than we thought that there was. So taking them all out took forever, and now spackling them all up is also going to take a long time. So yeah, but it's, first steps are happening. It feels like progress is happening, so that's positive. It just takes a long time. So yeah, okay, I'm gonna go get the dog. First steps are pretty much over right now. Griffin spackled everything and it's drying mostly. I have washed all of the walls that we're gonna paint, and we taped in the living room. We didn't actually have to tape all that much because we're painting white. So some of the stuff, like we didn't tape around the trim and whatever because it's white and we're painting white, and also there's some blue paint on it from when they painted it blue a long time ago. So it's pretty much ready to go. You good? Yeah. Okay. It's pretty much at the point where we can't do anything more until we start to paint. So we are gonna have to tape in the bedroom tomorrow, which is kind of nice because the bedroom's already this like grayish blue color anyways, so it'll be super easy to put over the current paint that we have, like the new paint that we have over the current paint, so that'll be great. And yeah, I mean, we've done pretty much all we can this evening. It's about 10 o'clock. We're gonna head back to our current apartment. I picked up pizza and we're gonna eat some pizza. I'm gonna shower because I'm so dirty from cleaning everything, but it honestly already feels so much better after like washing down all the walls and stuff. Like the floors are gross because we've been walking around in shoes all day, but again, before we like move stuff in here, we're gonna have a cleaning company come. So it's like not that big of a deal that some things are still a little gross. Sunday, October 3rd, we are headed to the new place in a couple minutes. Griffin's just upstairs putting the dog, like setting her up for when we leave. We got up earlier this morning, took the dog for a walk because obviously we were gone all day yesterday. I feel kind of bad because normally, obviously on weekdays, we are at work all day and like we always take her for a walk at the end of the day and sometimes in the morning. But normally on weekends, we're like mostly focused on her and like, I don't know, snuggle her, give her all the attention, take her on longer walks, whatever. So I do feel kind of bad because while we're moving, like that's not really an option. Like it's just like leaving her home most of the time and then coming home and taking her for a walk. But while we're in BC, she's gonna be boarded for the whole week and a half. So she's gonna be at like this doggy daycare thing and playing with other dogs every day and all that kind of stuff. So I'm hopeful that that kind of makes up for it. But yeah, I do feel kind of bad, but that's just the way that it is. So we're gonna head to the new place. Griffin's gonna sand down the spots that he spackled yesterday, and then he's gonna start painting. So the paint, I think he's gonna start in the living room, and then I'm gonna be taping in the bedroom because that's where we're doing the gray. So I'm gonna tape in there and the kitchen. And I don't know really what needs to be taped in the spare room, like basically nothing. Because again, we're painting white, so it's like, it doesn't really matter if it gets on the trim. Like obviously if it's like a slightly different color of white, it's like maybe a little weird, but we were kind of looking at maybe doing like a fun pop of color on the trim, to be honest with you. So we might end up doing that regardless. And especially in the living room, like there's some blue from the walls like on the trim as well. So anywho, sanding down the spackling spots, taping, painting today. I'm hopeful that we're gonna get it all done. I really don't know. It's really, the walls are really tall and it's more wall space than either of us really remembered. So we're gonna have to see. Back for another day of painting. We came back and everything looks super good now that it's like fully dry. It looks really even and I'm like really impressed with the paint job that we did. It's like decently easy when you're like painting white to not have the like mess ups on the spots that you taped and stuff. So that's kind of nice. We don't have to like worry about, I don't know, touching the trim or the ceiling or whatever. So it's good, but I think it looks really nice and like everything is super even and it looks so clean and beautiful. So we are very happy with it. It was like difficult to tell on Sunday when things were still wet if it was like actually even and actually covered in good, and it was also like dark. So that was kind of tough, but anyways, we are going to start painting the bedroom tonight. We're only going to be here for about 3 hours, so we're gonna do as much as we can and see what happens, and we're gonna come back tomorrow as well to paint more. Sorry for the bad in-car lighting. It is Thursday, October 7th, I think, at like 8:45, and we just went back and finished fixing up the bedroom. We are painting, well, we painted almost an identical color of gray that was already in there. So it just needed a little bit of touching up today. It was kind of hard to tell yesterday when some things were wet and some things were dry, like what we'd actually done and whatever, because the color on the walls versus the color of the paint wet versus the color of the paint dry were all like kind of similar, varying shades of each other. So you just like couldn't tell what was done and what was not. So anywho, we went back to touch up the bedroom and it was like super quick, which was great because we leave for Vancouver tomorrow. So yeah, we just went to go do that. It looks great every time we go in now and I see like the living room, dining room all done in white. Like it's literally so beautiful. Like I just love it so much. It's exactly what I wanted. So that's exciting. We talked to Griffin's dad yesterday He's going to order a couple of furniture things for us. So a couch, a bed frame, and a dining table. So we talked to him about that and finalized what we would like, and he's placing an order for that. So hopefully that will be in sometime in October, maybe November, I'm not sure. I feel like I've said this before, but a lot of things are very backed up in like supply chain and stuff right now, and like just stock that people have. So it's difficult to order furniture at the moment because things are like out of stock until like December. So anyways, we're gonna get what we can and see what happens, but things are starting to come together. We are going to paint the kitchen when we get back from Vancouver, and we also need to like seriously start packing and like moving stuff from our current place because we have not done nearly enough of that. And that second last weekend of October, my dad is coming to help us move furniture. So we really need to like get our stuff together and get stuff moving because we've not done nearly enough of that. But it's just kind of hard because that week that we come back, on the Wednesday morning, I write my broker's exam. On the Wednesday evening, I have an event that we're going to. So like Monday, Tuesday night, I kind of want to be studying for my exam. So not very much packing then. And then Wednesday I have an event. So it's gonna be like Thursday, Friday evening that we're like seriously packing. And that's like not a lot of time before my dad comes. And like we want to be like full out living there basically that as of that weekend. So yeah, it's a little stressful at the moment, to be honest with you, but I don't know. I can't think about that. We're going on vacation, so I'm super excited to be going on vacation. It's just like thinking about all the things we have to do when we get back. So that's where it is right now. That's probably the final update for this vlog too. So that was the last clip in the update. So we have painted the living room and the bedroom. We did not get to the kitchen nor the spare room. So that was a bit of a bummer, but because we had kind of forgotten a little bit about the space, ceilings were actually super, super high. So they're like 11 or 12 foot ceilings. So painting the living room specifically took so long, and it took 2 cans of paint, so like 2 gallons. So it ended up being a larger job than what we expected. So we didn't get as much done as we wanted to. However, that's just kind of the way that it is right now, and we will do the kitchen and the spare room maybe after we've moved in, to be honest with you. Like, the priority is obviously moving our stuff out of our current place and getting it prepped for when my dad comes to visit. So painting might just have to go on hold a little bit. So I hope you enjoyed seeing a little bit of an update and the first steps of us changing our space and making it our own. And I can't wait to give you guys the next update. You'll be getting an empty apartment tour, and then it'll mostly be like actual physical moving content. So I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please leave a like below so I know to keep going with these moving vlogs, and we will talk to you guys soon. Bye babes.